It's 10:30 a.m. in the morning, and as you can see behind me, the crowds are already swelling at Jantar Mantar. A lot of people are pouring in from different places. It's a Saturday. The crowd is expected to even grow bigger from here. Today we are here to speak to Mr. Ashutosh Ranka, the spokesperson of the Cockroach Janata Party, who has also been the part of delegation that has been negotiating with the government. They were in talks with the government. They met Mr. JP Nadda and Jitendra Singh yesterday as well to discuss the demands and, of course, the core political demand that the CJP has on the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. Let's see what he has to say about how they are planning to sustain this protest in case the government does not agree to this demand. So, Mr. Ranka, if you could tell us, there have been several negotiations with the government, several rounds have happened. But if today there is no commitment given that Dharmendra will resign, where is this movement then headed?
I mean, we are very clear that our demands are non-negotiable. Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, especially Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation, is a non-negotiable demand since June 6th. And it's not about CJP or Jantar Mantar protest anymore. People across the country are protesting with one single demand: Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation. He has to resign or he has to be sacked. There is no other action.
Are there any other options that the government is talking about? And there could be no midway. I mean, of course, you made it clear that it's non-negotiable.
No response on Pradhan's resignation so far. No yes, no middle ground.
Is CJP also becoming a bigger social political movement? Because they yesterday told us that even after the protest ends, the CJP movement will continue.
The movement will continue, of course. This is where I've become a biggest political force for the youth. For so long, we have not had a voice. We have not had a voice. Our issues were not raised in any public forum. This movement has become a platform for all of us. So, of course, this will only become bigger. We want to work on other issues. We want to work on more issues within the education system. And we'll make sure that we mobilize the youth in the right direction.
What about Mr. Sonam Wangchuk? What we have been seeing now is that he had to defend himself as to why he chose to broke the path.
As shameful as it can get, someone of the stature of Sonam Wangchuk, 59-year-old, such a big educationist and environmentalist who sat on a hunger strike for so long. He could have just ended his hunger strike a few days ago. We requested him to end his hunger strike, but he still ended up, negotiating with the government. He wanted to make sure that we were not legally harassed. The need affected families were adequately compensated. And still, if he has to go there and defend himself, then it cannot be more shameful than this.
Will he be back in Jantar Mantar?
I hope so. Yesterday I saw his video because I have not been able to talk to him, but yesterday I saw that he was not allowed out of the hospital. I am pretty sure that as soon as he is allowed and he is medically fit, he will come back.
What do you expect from what will happen today? The government had sought time, and also about the videos that Prime Minister Modi released. How do you interpret those?
The Prime Minister is finally forced to come on Instagram and address the youth of this country. That means he is under severe pressure. It's very clear that the youth of this country cannot be ignored anymore, and that's a huge success of this movement. Today we expect a positive response on Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation because we have made it very clear. And we also expect a written agreement on the other two demands where there was a positive response and in principle agreement by the government delegation.
When you talk about reforms, could you just tell our viewers in a gist as to what CJP is fighting for, apart from the resignation of Dharmendra?
So we have already submitted a 5-pointer demand charter that talks about reforms in the NTA, that talks about organizing how the vendors are identified and how to deal with some of these blacklisted vendors. We are also talked about rights charter for the students, adequate compensation, and ensuring the way these exams are structured. In case of leaks, there is a proper structure in which these exams are dealt with. That demand charter has also been shared with the delegation yesterday, the government delegation yesterday, and we'll get to be working on those after this protest ends.
See, now this protest seems to be growing to other states as well. Say if the government doesn't agree to a demand of resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan, how do you plan to sustain this movement?
This movement will only become bigger. It will spread to every city, town and village of this country. It will be forced to give another national poll similar to 20th July if our demands are not met.
And one last question about the 28th July alleged police brutality. There were pellets used, pellet guns. 3 of the victims sustained those injuries in their eyes and ears. A lot of people were in the hospital. One girl is still at the hospital. She was critical. Your response to that?
So Delhi police crossed all their limits on 20th July. The way our students were beaten up, dragged on the streets, 12-year-old young girls were molested. They were beaten up. Our volunteers who were in fact supporting the police in managing the crowd, their ribs were broken. Sonam Wangchuk's wife, Gitanjali ma'am, her hair were pulled. So Delhi police crossed all the limits today, but what we will ensure is that none of the single policemen who crossed boundaries that day spared. We'll drag them into court. We'll get the best lawyers. We already have onboarded quite a few of them. We are releasing a website today that will document and collect all the evidence of police brutality, and we'll make sure that they don't see the light of the day after we get them into the court.
There are also some unruly elements that are present, say in the protest, maybe not at Jantar Mantar, but we've seen in different pockets like in Connaught Place that night stone pelting happened. So, who are these people? Have you
No,
been...
unruly element is a diplomatic word for BJP goons. These are goons who don't have any job, who are paid 500 rupees by their masters to come and create riots, to create ruckus, incite people, spread hatred. But that's not working anymore because the people who come here they are not uneducated like them. They are smart, educated people who have a genuine motive, who are coming here with a genuine agenda, and they have been extremely peaceful, and that is how it will continue to be.
One message to the crowd, to the youngsters, to the protesters, and how are you preparing for the long?
I am so proud of all of you for standing up for what's right, for standing up for the future of this country, for standing up for yourselves. Stay calm, stay peaceful. I know this is frustrating to be out there in this heat, in this humidity, but trust me, it gets better with every passing day. We have been here for 37 days.
Your message to the government, especially Prime Minister Modi.
Reels won't be sufficient this time, Modi ji. You have to take action, and the action is only one: Dharmendra Pradhan's resignation or his sacking. Act fast because quickly the discussion is changing from Pradhan to Pradhan Mantri.
Thank you so much.